Hey ladies and gentlemen from both sides, welcome back to my TV vlog series on A.S.K, and this is Monsters Inc. One of my favorite Disney movies. So, this movie is probably my third favorite Disney movie after Toy Story and Finding Nemo. So, yeah, there's a lot to say about this one. So let's start off with the beginning and the end. I really like the end. I would have liked to see Boo at the end, maybe like as an older Boo. Um, but the beginning was alright, I guess. It wasn't perfect. I liked the commercial. I liked the two jokes about Mike's head being covered by the thing. I kind of feel bad for the guy, but yeah. Now let's talk about the animation in this movie. The animation was very obvious. It was kind of like the movie Kung Fu Panda. It was very grotesque, not like ugly, but it was very well animated. It was very like you could see that they spent a lot of time on the animation. There weren't any animation mistakes. I could see it easily. And they made the main characters fairly not ugly, so it's not like Randall, Mike, and Sully were all ugly and stuff. So yeah. Now let's talk about the comedy in this movie. The comedy is very good. I really like the comedy in this movie. Some jokes I didn't really understand. Some jokes were just thrown out of nowhere. Like, there were like three jokes I didn't get. I don't remember them now, but there were like three jokes that as an adult I don't understand. As a kid I never understood it. So yeah. Okay, so the characters in this movie are fair. Mike kind of reminds me of myself. He's a very idealistic person. No one ever listens to him. He's very funny and romantic. Um, and yeah, Mike is a good character. And by the way, guys, I watched Monsters University, and it's not the best movie in the world. It's not great compared to this movie, but it's awesome. I loved it. So, comparing Mike to Sully, I like Sully's character more, to be honest, because he gets along with Boo way more, and he's just one of those characters that goes from hating Boo to loving Boo at the end. And guys, let's talk about the climax. The climax came a little earlier than expected. I thought the climax was the part where Sully scared Boo when he was uh, scaring that robot kid. So I think that was the climax. I think they should have put it a little tiny bit later. It was okay. It wasn't like that, but they threw in way too much after the climax for it to be called a climax. They threw in way more resolution than they should have. They threw the wasteland. They threw Boo's door getting destroyed. They threw all that junk. So I think the climax would have been at the end where they destroyed his door, or maybe where they Mike and Sully are in that wasteland, and then they go to the door. Sorry, I'm yawning my life out right now. Sorry, guys. But anyway, yeah, it's okay. Climax. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it was great. That maybe like that 5 minutes after the part where he scared Boo would have been like a climax, and it wasn't bad. So yeah, that's for that. This movie managed to make a good moral out of itself. It took the moral that you should trust everyone, and the thing I kind of picked up from this movie is phobias, because in the beginning, all the monsters were scared of the kid touching them, and it's kind of like a phobia. It's kind of like some people who are arachnophobic, they're scared spiders might go crawl on them or web at them or something like that. So it's kind of like that, but then it takes that moral and takes it into account. Like when people are arachnophobic, imagine how you must look to the spider. You're like 1,000 times the spider's size. So He kind of takes that moral and stretches it. Plus, Boo's character is one of those characters that's not scared of the monsters. So it's kind of stretching the idea of the moral. So that's how you do that. I really love the monster jokes in this movie. Like in the beginning when Mike and Sully are walking across the road, how there's like the traffic sign and the guy falling into the drown and him burning off his newspaper or whatever. So yeah. Now let's talk about Mike's relationship with Celia. Now Celia is awesome. I love her character. She's great. But she takes Mike way too seriously. Sorry, I'm yawning my face off right now. I'm so stupid. Okay, so after Mike and Sully were at the sushi restaurant and Celia almost got arrested, she came up and she just went up to him and called him a liar. Now that would be understood if she didn't do that twice. So yeah, that happened twice in the movie, and I think, but Celia's character really formed very quickly at the second part, where Randall was about to catch them, and then she made an announcement. So yeah, that's probably my favorite Celia moment, other than all the romance they did. Um, by the way, guys, this movie was made in 2001. Okay, this is super old. This is 16 years ago. Currently, if you're watching this video in 2017, this is 2001 we're talking about. So the animation, the style, the comedy, everything is great. They even have Billy Crystal as the voice of Mike, which is the perfect voice, honestly. I love the voice things they do with him, like when he goes in, he makes that singer tone thingy. I really didn't get that. But I like how Mike has like random lines, like, oh, and wow, and like stuff like that. So, but yeah, Mike's character is very good. I really liked it, negative or positively. So, yeah, that's it for that. So let's talk about what's called Monsters Inc. Because it's a company about monsters. The end. Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, so I don't know what else there is to talk about. Let's talk about the plot. So the simple plot and summary of this movie is Mike and Sully go to the company. They get Boo. They try to hide Boo. Randall and the guy send them to this frozen wasteland without Boo. They go back. They scare Boo, and then Boo's door gets crushed, gets what do you call it? Gets shred, and then Mike gets all the pieces together. It's a decent plot. I really like that plot. It's really simple and easy, and I think it's pretty nice. Especially because they made the idea of monsters really cool. They used a lot of good animation. But I think the humans look way too wrong. Like that human robot looks way too plastic. Toy Story. Okay. Oh, and I also found two Toy Story references in this movie. One was Jessie in Boo's room at the end, and the second one was that Pixar ball. I don't know if that's from Toy Story or Pixar itself. But anyway, the last thing I want to say is the ending, where he puts all the pieces together for the door. That was very nice for Mike to do, and his character progressed very nicely. So I think that's the best ending they could have done. When he goes in and Boo's like, Kitty, that's like the best ending.